One of the 25 greatest fantasy football players on earth gets to draft with me tonight. I hope Michael Leone feels really lucky to be my teammate in the NFFC. Silver bullet. It's Short King summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King summer. All right, GM, everyone. How we doing?
How come on your intro video, you don't have any guests talking ever?
I mean, what would be the point? This isn't ship chasing, brother. This is not a democracy.
Just curious.
I honestly, it sounds megalomaniacal. It's really not. Lou Sherman made that. So I mean, I'm happy to use it because Lou made it and didn't charge me a ton of money for it. So I was happy to do that. But I mean, people are in it. There's a good Keandre Lambert Smith clip where Nez and John are both talking in it. So Leone, this is what the sixth time we've done this, the seventh time maybe even that we have played in this specific league.
Yeah,
we've
done pretty
well.
Like 5 out of 7, I want to say. Like,
we definitely missed the playoffs in this one
last year, right?
Last year, yeah. Was
not
great.
Made a run at the
we did make a run
overall title one year, and then CMC got hurt, I think.
No, dude, we not even that. We drafted CMC, I believe, the year he played just 3 games, and held on to him all year and was top 10 in the entire. I believe I remember. I remember thinking it was very cool because we made the NFFC email because we were first overall at some point, and we made the NFFC. That was the wow. This I was gonna say, do you know how long we've been doing this? It was the first Alan Diggs year, the first year that Alan and Diggs were Bill. So if you don't know about this league before, what league is this? This is the NFFC Silver Bullet. It is the only single entry contest in high stakes fantasy football, period. $50,000 first place, $5,000 in our individual league. There are only 264 entries. So this should basically be, this is right in your wheelhouse. I mean, this is like playing the Thunderdome, but for season-long fantasy football, Michael.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy top heavy in the playoffs. Do got to shout out Reezy, our former partner in this. Who,
sad.
Got fantasied out a little bit. Mostly probably was sick of just watching me and Davis bicker. So,
historically,
this draft's for you, Reezy.
Well, historically, we actually have not bickered about these teams too much.
No, we haven't.
Because there can be some bickering in the drafts, obviously. But for all of our differences, Michael, we approach season long from a very similar perspective.
Yeah, the bickering is mostly I don't pay attention to waivers or setting the lineup, so I have no right to complain. But I do complain anyways after the fact when you do something crazy, and I'm just
obvious. You know what?
I think we lost this starter completely one week, and I was just like, "What is going on here?"
I mean, that certainly sounds likely. I remember one of the ones that I was tilted at you guys about last year was I actually wanted to bench Xavier Worthy for Cedric Tillman in the middle of that insane run where Tillman was scoring 16.5 points a week, and you were like, dude, we don't even have it close. It's Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy, I believe, had 1 rush attempt for a fumble in a week where Cedric Tillman had, 16 points or whatever. And I remember being tilted about that one. So we are drafting Michael at 6th. Any specific strategy you're thinking? I mean, it's 6th is nice in 3rd round reversal.
It is. And I know a lot of drafts between best ball or FFPC, maybe going running back heavier. This is a league that is full PPR with 3 wide receiver slots and 1 flex. So, cognizant of being pretty wide receiver heavy, even knowing that there's value in the middle rounds. And then quarterback is 6 points per passing touchdown and 1 point per 20
and 1
yards.
point per 20.
So you'd think that would really boost up the very top quarterbacks, but like in a weird way, Allen and Lamar. Well, I guess Lamar threw a crap ton of touchdowns last year, but it's not like they're like insane in yardage. So I do think like someone like Mahomes who could, just really airily put out an assault, or even like Burrow gets a pretty big boost. They usually tend to go kind of too early. I like dabbling on some pocket passers late that could, break out, but you definitely want the high pass volume upside with that scoring.
Yeah, I tend to go. I actually think, my vast experience this year in drafting season-long teams, like high-stakes teams, I think this will be like my 9th or 10th time I've done a high-stakes team. The teams that I hate the most are the teams that spend like an 8th-round pick on a quarterback for no reason. You take Mahomes or Baker or Kyler, and then you get to the end and you're like, dude, CJ Stroud is here? You're like, Jared Goff was a 14th round pick. What was I doing?
Yeah, you could take and you can just take 2 quarterbacks late and then either play matchups or just have 2 shots at getting like this year's Baker Mayfield or this year's Jared Goff. So I'm mostly with you. The one exception for me, I guess 2 exceptions for me are like Mahomes and Dak. I get the juices flowing a little bit in that like 8th to 10th round. But I know who I want at pick 6. I don't know where we want to wait to argue on the clock.
Oh no, come on, dude. This is full ship chasing rules here. If you want to snipe us, you can snipe us. Now,
if we're affecting your top 5 pick, then like I kind of feel like we've already won.
We've already won. So I know team 5 is in our little universe. I don't recognize any of the other names. I have a very funny statement.
Add me to this, by the way.
You can't.
Oh, they don't do the co-managers
because it's yes. So I can share
really hate not being able to be in there. I thought you could still add one. You just could you can't add it all anymore. I think maybe they changed that to like
they did. They did. Greg specifically sent me an email.
Okay.
This
no, that's
10 days ago. Yeah.
But the last 2 weeks, I've just come to the revelation that we're all idiots for not having CMC higher. So if CMC,
let's go, Michael. It took you till August, but shout out to you.
Well, I've been like light pro CMC, I think most of the summer, but now I'm like fully bullish CMC. I didn't get there in best ball because I drafted a little bit like a coward, but we did get him in our like super high stakes ship chasing team. And I was pumped about that, and I'd be pumped to get him at
the chat just kept telling me how much you guys did not have a running back 2 on that team when we did the Crack Rock draft. They just kept saying how bad your other running backs were.
Yeah, I'm used to drafts where they don't even like the first running back. So if their only complaints RB2,
let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. You ever thrown out Kyron Williams to that group of dudes? They couldn't turn their nose up faster at Kyron Williams, that group of guys.
Karain has figured me out in these drafts where he's like realized I bring up guys like a round later than I think they should go just because I feel like there's been like a buffer period where like maybe I won't be like I'm so ashamed to bring up certain players. It is. I love drafting with those guys, but there is a little bit of a. You feel like, I don't know if gaslit is the correct word, but you feel like the crazy person in the room sometimes. But I didn't think so on this last draft. We were pretty much on the same page.
See, for me, it's the other way because I know how to draft with facts and logic, but I actually prefer to draft the ship chasing way. Like I would like to get on the clock in the 3rd round and be like, I don't want Kyron Williams, dude. I want the Patriots 3rd down back and just like really believe that and say that with my chest. But in the back of my head, I'm like, I don't know, man. I do think Kyron
I
Williams
I
probably
mean
scores more
for
points.
I think for redraft too, I'm like much more there. It's more like best ball where I'm like, I mean, Kyron Williams seems fine. Like we
Yeah.
don't need, but redraft gets a little different where I'm like, Travion Henderson breakout versus Kyron Williams, and Matthew Stafford dying down the stretch. So I'm in line with those guys. So I hope that didn't come off the wrong way. Just every now and then you're like, Christian Kirk, man, is a really good value here, and you feel like
No, me, I'm immune. I'm immune to the slot demon.
I don't know what that means. You're immune. Like you're okay with him, or
No, that I
you're
realized that Christian Kirk is a psyop from big rate stats from 2022 fantasy football.
I still don't know what your position on Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk is a small, oft injured slot wide receiver for a team that just drafted 2 wide receivers. I think that are better than him.
Okay, now I know your position on Christian Kirk,
yeah.
but he goes way too late though. Like
no, he's
fine.
fine. He's fine.
He like actually those groups of receivers I've come around to where I think they actually have like a little more upside and usability. I used to get like way too binary where after a certain set of rounds in the draft, I'd be like upside only. There's no point in projected points. I think there's a middle ground that guys like Christian Kirk, Darnell Mooney cover well, where it's like,
well, it depends on your team, right? Like if you have Justin Jefferson, George Pickens, Terry McLaurin, and Chris Olave, there's no point in taking Christian Kirk. You're never going to start him. His upside probably actively hurts you because it means that there are other teams that are better than yours that are starting him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think there's just more situations than we give credit for, though, where it's like, if I need to start Christian Kirk in flex, that's not so bad. The Go Bills team won the main event with a huge like Zay Jones week was a big pickup for them. And I think I would have just been like, Zay Jones serves no purpose on any team in redraft ever. And the truth is, like getting guys
waiver pickups is different than drafting. Like,
but it was the same stretch. It's the same idea though that like you don't need necessarily the max upside guy, like the guy that's like.
I'll tell you this: I'd rather draft Christian Kirk than Isaac Tesla in the NFFC Silver Bullet. How about that?
Yeah, and we're getting way too much talk on Kirk. It's just more like that archetype when it gets so cheap. I've just grown to, like you said, it depends on your room. Like if you've got enough, you want enough young guys with upside late, but I don't mind a projectable volume guy like mixed in there.
All right, we're off. The first round, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs. Yeah, I mean, look, these dudes are locked in. So I think I think Barkley's going to go here, and it'll be between Justin Jefferson or Christian McCaffrey. If Barkley doesn't go, I'm happy to take him here, actually. Not happy about it, but I would.
I'm torn on Barkley versus Jefferson in this format. I wouldn't mind getting some high stakes Jefferson.
I would be.
That's a tough one. I'd be honestly fine either way. I'd be a complete coin flip on Barkley versus Jefferson.
I'm trying to like remember. Okay, so CMC goes. I think
he's watching. You said this person was. Damn it.
Well, I was gonna say I've known Mike for a long time. He's a buddy. Do you want Jefferson or Barkley? I would probably go Jefferson, but I really don't care.
Let's go Jefferson. I don't have much Jefferson. I think this is the right format for him.
I think we are likely to like the running backs in this room at pick 2 more because this is the type of room that might give us. This is the type of room that might give us Gene and is actually extra likely to give us A-Chan. I'm wishing.
Yeah.
Well,
A-Chan.
what I was hoping for actually would be that this draft would not have taken place the day they said A-Chan returned to practice. So it's a little bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
After the face cams are not going to bother you after one more round. You guys can live for one round. The buy-in for this is $1,200 American dollars, but it's easy to draft Justin Jefferson in round 1 on site credit.
The hot take I've had that I can't call it a hot take because I really haven't drafted this way, but there's part of me that's just like Justin Jefferson is the best wide receiver in the NFL on his own.
I featured your tweet in a video on Sunday.
Because there's a lot of like all these guys are great, so let's take CD and Chase because they're in better environments. And I think that all these guys are great part glosses over that Jefferson has an edge on those players. I still think Chase and Lamb deserve to go in front of them, but just Jefferson just is probably the
I was gonna say I don't believe that at all. I think Jefferson is number 1 with a bullet. I just don't have to you don't have to draft him.
I don't know if he's number 1 in fantasy in a bullet, but I think he's number 1. I think he's clearly the best wide receiver in real life football, and maybe we should draft that way. I'm glad to see Chase Brown. I know Levitan's into him, but I
actually think that we haven't even seen Justin Jefferson's ceiling yet because he hasn't had the crazy nuclear touchdown season. Like a season in which he runs as hot on touchdowns as Jamar Chase, it's a game over. Like Justin Jefferson is capable of 1,800 yards and 18 touchdowns.
The other thing I remember from these drafts is tight end usually gets devalued here for whatever reason relative. So I probably wouldn't be. All
right. Well,
what's going on?
I lied. I lied, man. We got killed.
Huh?
All the running backs went. So we're looking at Bowers, JT, Jacobs, Bucky.
No, let's go wide receiver then. We don't have to cave to big running back. Are we up? Oh my God.
Up.
Why that went so fast? JT, I would probably go JT over Ladd. I'm fine with Ladd.
No, I think
Bowers.
No. I think JT is actually quite a lot better.
All right, then take JT.
So
I've
that
come
basically
around
went
more to these types of players. I feel like I was maybe miscounting. I thought we were going to be all right there, but I guess we were just after the tier drop off. Especially, I'm like FFPC brain when like 2 tight ends have gone by now, so it's like a big difference.
Oh yes, sorry, I need to turn off the show big sticker. So we ran as bad as possible here with running backs because Genty went ahead of ADP, then Chase Brown went early, then Henry went.
Brown.
Well, no, that was good for us, but then Henry went. But then the guy who started Barkley also took Achane. So our plan almost worked.
It almost we wanted one off pick. No matter whether we started running back or receiver, we would have been in the same boat. I mean, Barkley, Ladd. I think this is fine. I've come around to players like JT a bit more as the NFL's changed a little bit, and just doing some ceiling studies in DFS that these guys, even in full PPR, that don't catch a lot but just have this super high, rush efficiency, ability to break big plays, are somewhat undervalued.
Yes, I completely
not undervalued, but just
not undervalued.
More of a ceiling than projection sheets maybe will give you if you're like overcounting targets for running backs.
Yes, I think your tweet was very good. Obviously, like I think the data behind it was good, but it is like we look at a running back who we're like, oh well, that dude can get 4 catches in a game, so his ceiling is way higher. But it's like Jonathan Taylor can beat his rushing expected points by so much more than Bucky Irving can beat his receiving expected points, I think.
Yeah, that might be it. There's like a little more variance to the upside on the rushing numbers than the receiving numbers are great, but it's not like you're usually not breaking like insanely long plays or scoring a ton of touchdowns.
You know what should have been my truth serum? Actually, my truth serum should have been Bucky Irving is about to join a long list of Philip Lindsay, Alfred Morris.
No, I think Bucky's good.
I think Bucky's good too, but it's just like, how many times do we have to see this happen in our lives?
Alfred Morris and Bucky Irving are very different players.
You know what I mean, though. The day three running back who pops and then just kind of doesn't pop anymore.
I guess, but like people legitimately liked Bucky before he popped. He just didn't test great, and then.
No, he didn't.
I'm a little bit like wondering if we. No, I like what we did. Hindsight, we'll see if we should have gone Lad. I was somewhat interested to go more of a true zero RB with the setup here, but I think
we could. I mean, I'm down to do true hero running back, because something that does happen here is some of the mid-tier running backs that we don't maybe like as much get pushed up pretty high, like Kamara, Hubbard, Connor. Like Connor's probably going to be like a 4th round pick.
That, I mean, then that makes your decision for you. I think it's as people said. Someone said they smelled 3rd round Travion Henderson. I think that's where we might want to be a little bit more careful here.
Yes, like I think at this stage there is a flat tier of wide receiver that for me includes about like 15 players. Honestly, like from Marvin to like,
I know who my one is McBride here.
Yes.
Even with tight ends being devalued here, I mean, we could take advantage of that. We don't have to rely on knowing we'll get them late.
Yes, this is 3rd round reversal. It's why it looks a little funky. So classic. This is all the NFFC drafts do this. So if you have the first pick, you get the what is that? If you have the first pick, you get the 36th pick of the 3rd round, right? Is that right? That's not right.
Yeah, the team that picks
right.
first in round 2 picks first in round 3, and then it's regular snake after that.
There you go.
So
all right,
team 12 will pick 12, 13, 25.
What did I tell you? Alvin Kamara picked at 29th overall.
Wow. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. I'm McBride, and I think I'm windmilling it.
No, all day. McBride. It's so it's a huge edge to not have. And I did this video on Sunday that was basically just like, this is what is just universally true about fantasy football in my experience. And one of the things Leone, how many times have we said tight end is deep? Look, actually, David Njoku's like a pretty strong value. And actually, and then you end up, and all these guys are scoring 8.7 points per game. You know, it's a huge edge to just be like, well, I'm winning tight end every week.
Someone asked about, because I'm underweight McBride in BBM. He's much better in full PPR than half, because a lot of his edge is just crushing the other tight ends in pure volume. That's one. 2, in managed versus best ball, it's a much different, in underdog best ball, I can take 3 late guys and just kind of roulette, hopefully, who scores a touchdown on a given week. In managed, it's a built-in edge. And there are going to be tight ends that go super late here that maybe make us be like, oh, we couldn't have taken one early. But I just think he's so undervalued that it was worth taking here.
Yes. So we are Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, Trey McBride, full PPR. I mean, how many, I think everyone gets the deal with Trey McBride right now. It's just like Trey McBride's going to catch 110. I just, my chair just fell.
Oh, no, I thought I heard like a beep, 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 like a clock running out sound, but the clock's not running out.
Oh, maybe. I have that tab muted anyways, I'm pretty sure. That would have not been good. Now we are going to be behind at wide receiver a little bit. Like this team on the turn that has St. Brown, London Higgins. It's a really nice start.
That's sick. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's okay. We're just going to smash wide receiver. It is annoying that this team 5, like you said, right next to us takes McMillan. I guess that ship's probably sailed even in most leagues now at this point anyways. It's probably very unlikely he came back, but that team's clearly on it.
Do you think that Jalen Coker being on IR should really even should that really impact McMillan at all? It really shouldn't at all, right? Like if Jalen Coker's taking something off the table from you, then maybe you weren't that good to begin with.
Also, there's some trade-off of you want the offense to be good.
You want the offense to be good. You don't want David Moore out there like whelping around, dude. It's not good.
Yeah, I think it's a wash.
Also, did you see, I mean, this is kind of neither here nor there, but did you see that report that the Panthers were not pleased with his work ethic?
Conditioning?
Yeah, that was strange.
The timing of it was strange too. I don't know.
Okay. What are we thinking? What are we thinking here? I think
Which is
almost
we're
for
going wide.
sure. I think
Unless
for
we get
sure wide receiver, unless
Henderson. The two running backs I could be talked into are Henderson and Kenneth Walker, but I'm pretty set on receiver though. I think.
I mean, I just think so. I think even if like we
This
do,
guy's gonna go the pick before us.
Mike might not take him. He might be scarred enough from last year, to not take him.
I don't know the
But
ADP here well enough either. I
he's
think
I mean
there's a lot of.
he's close to
So
ADP here.
someone in chat said wide receiver here, you're dead. I like a lot of late wide receiver. Like I mentioned, Mooney
God,
and
I've been shot.
Kirk. Like I think you can make a build that's like very different than we would normally build, and it would work
and still be okay. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
it just requires like so. What it would require it would be like, okay, well, this team would have to take Burden. We'd probably have to like hold Jalen Noel all year.
Yeah, and you'd take Kirk and Mooney, some of these annoying guys
Yeah,
that you don't want
to
to
hold
take,
you
but
over.
you'd do it, and you'd hopefully smash.
Yeah,
What's
we got
top receiver on your board? I know who's top on my board, but it's a little bit of a reach.
no, same guy as you.
I don't even know. How do you know we're talking? Waddle?
Oh, Jalen Waddle, Mike. No, George Pickens is here.
Okay, I like Pickens a lot, but I do have Waddle higher.
The establishtheRun.com dash Leone.
ADP is to go Pickens. Do you want to go Pickens or Henderson? I think we should go Pickens. I like Pickens a lot, and it opens up the Dak stack. But it's close. I think it's Pickens.
I mean, I think there's a chance we get Pickens coming back around.
I think we should go Pickens and see what, and then if one of Walker or Henderson comes back, then we clearly go that way. I think we should go Pickens.
Well, they're not. Neither of those guys are coming back.
That's okay. I think we should go Pickens. I really like Pickens. I'm like very.
I mean, I really like Pickens too, but man,
Pickens. I think the Pickens is the right structural build. I do think we're like a little guilty of chasing Henderson a little too much. So like in a spot here where he is in the vacuum a right pick, but I think it's like close enough with Pickens that we should go structurally here. And I think there's a chance Kenneth Walker comes back. Who I think
neither of them.
Upside.
Neither of them are going to come back. But we have.
Okay,
I mean,
but Pickens wasn't coming back either.
Pickens was.
He's not coming back.
15%.
He's gotten a ton of hype, and then like Parsons trade has like boosted his stock maybe more than it should have. Pickens was not coming back.
Yeah, I mean it's close. It's close. I think we probably should have played the ADP game there, but the structural risk of doing that was way worse.
Yeah, the ADP gap is only 5 picks. It's not like a huge gap.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe we get some bad picks in here. Maybe some quarterbacks start going. Maybe we get an early TJ Hawkinson. That does set up Dak though, which is like a really nice cost adjusted quarterback to set up as your stack.
Yeah, and I think he is one of the bigger beneficiaries of this scoring system with the way this season could go.
I don't know. Frankly, this is where I'm at with the Cowboys, which is that everyone who even knows a little bit about fantasy football now universally agrees, dude, Dak's super sneaky. He's going to throw like 700 passes, bro. Like the second that like the dumbest guy who plays fantasy and like has an underdog account mentions that he thinks the Cowboys are just going to pass every down, that leads me to believe like there's something that we're all not seeing. There's something, there's some flying.
Well, there's something is if you've played DFS, you've been in the spot where you're like, oh man, Cowboys down 20. I've got the stack. I'm going to print. And then they
just
can't
shut
get a first down.
Can't get a first down. Yeah. Yeah. Huge implosion risk or structural. I mean, I guess there was structural risk for them last year. And we saw it. We saw the structural risk for everyone other than CD.
So I know what I'm supposed to say, which is that I'd rather have Ladd and Henderson than JT and Pickens, but I actually think it's.
Oh no, I disagree. Close. I like our side.
Yeah, I think I'm like a coin flip.
I think George Pickens is like 28% to outscore Lad or something. Is that too bullish?
What was that? The prognostication again? How many?
I think
touchdowns?
I think 28% of the time George Pickens outscores Lad McConkey in fantasy points per game.
I mean, that's not crazy, but you probably flip that the same way on Henderson over JT too. So, or at least down the
no,
second.
see the thing is I think that Henderson's just going to outscore JT.
so then you definitely would want that side of the 2v2.
Should have just what we should have done is we should have just taken Henderson in round 2. Then I mean we got sniped on Worthy, which is
we maybe should have taken Henderson, but I don't know. I think we made the necessary decision on the structure for a player we both really, really like.
So I guess the other slightly interesting strategy thing is this league is not massive. There are only 294 teams in this, so it's not necessarily the same hit the absolute nuts that you need to win the prime time or Best Ball Mania or whatever. Like this is a smaller containment of teams.
It is, and I do still want to, quote unquote, win the flex with a wide receiver and then keep the RB2 spot open for us just getting super lucky with somebody late.
Mm-hmm.
And Henderson has so much upside that I think he would have been a very justifiable choice, but he would have precluded us, from doing that. So you are not connected. That seems not good.
No, it just does that. I'm connected.
All right. You can go. I'm gonna definitely want Waddle here.
Okay. Well, now that Jameson Williams is gone, I'm actually cool with it. I don't really care. Man, this is gonna be so funny if Jacob Sanderson watches this on playback because I've done a bunch of drafts with Jacob and we have gotten Jalen Waddle in high stakes in no leagues, 0% of leagues, I believe. We've got we have Jalen Waddle. And my very first one with you would be very funny to get him. If he goes, who would you want?
I'm so torn. Like my heart says I want Ibuka and he's not coming back, but my brain is like, have we maybe gone too far if we're not taking the number 2 overall pick here? So I'd be fine either way between Ibuka or Hunter. I think those guys are probably the right picks.
All right, here we go. These are the running backs, by the way, if any of them do anything for you.
Yeah, see Connor? No, they don't.
Okay. All right, there you go. Congrats. Shout out to Jacob Sanderson. Our team is now Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, Trey McBride, George Pickens, Jalen Waddle. I think knowing obviously knowing Waddle was going to come back to us, I think we definitely want Henderson, but it's also like still fine.
I mean, we want like 5 to 6 really good wide receivers. So I don't agree with that. I'm probably not quite as high on Henderson as like your universe, which is like close to like draft him at all costs.
My universe.
Yeah, I'm calling it your universe. I'm not as high as like Siegel and Gretsch and those guys on Henderson. Like they took him at the 2-3 turn. Like
that's funny. I was about to do a Sean Siegel impression, but I can't really do it. It's hard. I can't. It's too unique of a voice. And I knew Ibuka was going to go to Mike.
Yeah, we had no chance getting Ibuka coming back.
We had no chance.
Sure.
Which is fine. There are plenty of wide receivers left for us actually at the next picks. Mike, you know what? With Dipperino, I've been slurping heavily over the last week, which I think you'd be proud of me of. Just at like pick 95 or 82 or 87. I've just been jamming Jacoby Myers, just like.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Juwan Jennings.
Oh, well, I mean, I've had Jennings above ADP since the contest opened, and I have not allowed. Like, I've moved him down some because I think I had him as high as like 58 at one point.
Yeah.
But I've had him 5 to 10 spots ahead of ADP since forever. he's a good pick. Yes, Harvey before Connor. It's get your guys season. Okay, truth serum time. Are you a little maybe there's no reason for you to be worried. Who do you think leads the Commanders in carries in week 1?
Eckler.
In carries? I think he'd be my third guess to lead in carries.
Well, I think the other two kind of cannibalize each other, and he plays his own role.
My opinion is that I just think the entirety of I think the Commanders are bullshitting us. They cannot possibly be taking.
We've got JCM. We do have Eckler third, so I guess my thought, and I'm not thinking matchup because they're pretty heavy favorites. I wasn't like factoring in matchup either. So it's probably JCM, but it's when I say probably, I mean like 60-40. Like him versus C-Rod can't be more than 60-40.
There's just a whole group of guys out there who's kind of made being a Chris Rodriguez guy their personality, including Adam Scherer, who just is like tilting my freaking face off with with all of the Chris Rodriguez propaganda. But the reason I was asking that is I think JCM, if he is available at like pick 90 or whatever, interesting fit for this team. Eckler also actually an interesting fit for this team.
So can you pull up the wide receivers that are available?
I sure can. Number 2 overall pick in the National Football League draft.
Oh my God.
Still available.
Put a Dunze in the queue. God, if Hunter goes though, I would be tempted to yeah.
Oh, I this is Leone. I think I've really grown as a person. Like I would say the number one thing I'm looking forward to every time I get in a draft is just pure Dipperino slurping of average draft position. Just like, oh, if I get a round discount on a guy, I'm just smashing it. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Even if it's James Conner.
I do that a little less in straight redraft, but
it's just less
I feel like this is
you're not
clearly
building
Hunter going
tier.
to team 5. The way they've been drafting, it feels like they're going to take Hunter.
Yes, which means that we are going to select a 30-year-old running back on a Kyler Murray-led team.
But Hunter's definitely one, and I don't think it's close.
Agree on both counts. There you go.
Hunter goes as expected. Let's go James Conner, and then sometimes what happens too in these leagues is, as you can see, it's been a pretty wide receiver heavy draft, which makes sense given the start 3 wide receiver. But then when people pivot to running back, they tend to maybe do it a little early, and we can obviously just we've got 2 starting running backs. We're not trying to overload running back. We can go pretty nuts. I know who I want next round though, for sure.
Honestly, there's about 7 guys who I would consider at this next pick. Would you consider yourself a Jaden Reed bro or an anti Jaden Reed bro?
I feel like I've been in the middle on that for the most part, where I feel like the people who are like, oh, he's not going to play in 2 wide receiver sets, you can't take him, are like a little short-sighted. But then I think the people who are like a little bit on their high horse, like, oh, you think the guy who's broken 2 yards per route run in his first 2 seasons might not see more playing time?
Okay, just doing a Kyle Dvorak impression now.
Like, I feel like that's gone a little overboard too. Like, it does, like both things are true at the same time. I'd say I'm legitimately spooked about his foot though right now.
Oh, I mean the foot is like, dude, it's over.
Yeah, so I'm
like I more mean the idea of Jaden Reed versus like drafting him now, because
I think Jaden Reed in this format without the foot would be a fine round 7 or round 8 pick. I don't think he should be a top 6 round pick, even without the foot.
I did my main event with Silva and Reeves and JJ and Thorman the other night, and we took Jaden Reed in like, I don't know, the 11th round or something.
Yeah,
it was like 2 hours before they announced that he had this Jones fracture.
Yeah, I took Reed in a couple of main events before. Maybe maybe not before one of them was before the foot, and one of them was maybe after he was hurt, but before the details were released. And it was kind of like, oh, he's practicing, so he's probably fine. And then you learn like, oh, he's practicing because he refuses to get his foot taken care of the way he's supposed to.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Very different
actually.
vibe.
Yeah. It was an interesting situation because I was like, well, can they even do that? Can the medical staff tell a guy he can't play? Which I guess not really. Like if he says I want to play and they're like,
yeah, they can tell you that for some
well,
things.
they can if it's like a structural risk.
Or...
Like, yes, yeah. But if it's like, well, you're just gonna break your foot really bad and it's gonna hurt, then I think it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, guys, I mean, hey man, Mahomes won a Super Bowl on basically a broken ankle. People forget, how bad Mahomes' high ankle. Yeah, people forget how bad that high ankle. That's not actually true. I was trying to rally you up, and you didn't fall for it.
I'm not listening to you. Yeah.
All right, our whole queue just got murdered there. The whole thing.
Are we up?
We're up.
I mean, I like Juwan Jennings now that things seem pretty good. I think this is a very good value on Juwan Jennings.
I was gonna toss out Rashee, but he just went. I think this would have been literally
Rashee would have been fine.
The perfect team to do. Yeah.
I was hoping Golden even came back, but I guess that was a pipe dream. People still correctly smashing wide receiver. It's tough. I mean, this is the first NFFC draft I've done. Usually I do a few NFFC drafts. I really do like their format and their setup, but I was just busy this offseason and didn't. Someone said they love Josh Downs. Like, that'd be great coming back. I think we can still hit wide receiver. There's
dude,
when Dak usually goes in these? It's too early for that.
I think quarterback is league to league super hard to predict.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like sometimes
also
they go
only at 4 receivers. So we definitely want to keep stockpiling there if we
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams have a quarterback already. None of the teams have doubled up. Mahomes went a little bit early. Jennings at this spot returning to practice. Man, it feels like an absolute steal.
I think he's better than some players that went before him. But if I had any doubts, all the players that went before, like of what was remaining, I think he was very clearly the best wide receiver left.
I mean, I just didn't have any doubts that he would be playing for the 49ers. What is his realistic leverage?
Not much, but people can be crazy sometimes. So I was starting to get a little nervous. I thought it was greater than 50-50 that it would get worked out with some short-term BS. Like, listen, we're going to give you a raise for this year, and then we'll figure it out at the end of the season, whether we part ways or not. But yeah, it's. I mean, that
is gonna be what it is.
Yeah,
he's good. They're gonna give him some marginally improved contract. It's not gonna be crazy. He's not gonna. It also is insane. He's getting paid like nothing money. He's gonna lead this team in targets this year. Are people ready for Juwan Jennings to continue to lead the team in targets when Brandon Ayuk returns? Or are they going to be mad about that?
I don't know if they're ready for it. I hope it happens. I hope he does, because
has any coach immediately regretted a contract extension more than Kyle Shanahan the day, as the ink dried on Brandon Ayuk's contract extension with the 49ers?
Yeah, now he's got to go through it again. Hopefully,
sad.
It works out a little bit better for us here.
You excited for UNC TCU tonight, Michael?
Downs would have been nice. I hope that Belichick gets destroyed, but I love UNC, so it's like a really weird dynamic. But my hate for Bill Belichick's probably higher than my love for UNC.
Valid. I think Michael Pittman Jr.
I know who I want, but I don't know if I want to go full homer here.
Oh, I would actually take your boy here. Did he not go already?
No, he's there.
Oh, I thought you meant your other guy. You want to take Keon Coleman here
I would take Keon here, yeah.
over Pittman, over the soft warm blanket.
Yeah, because I think we can get like Mooney or Kirk on the way back.
What if Keon Coleman goes for 1,500
Okay, he's
yards and
not going
10
to go for
touchdowns?
1,510, but he might go for 10. I think he could go for 10.
Liam is the best, dude. And honestly, I should get a high stakes Keon Coleman because Liam is just gonna make it happen. It's just gonna now.
It is weird. Well, I shouldn't say this because his ADP has come up a ton recently. So people are finding it, but
Yeah,
it's
in like the
like
last
you,
10 days.
you get this camp hype for these young guys and everyone buys into it. And then Keon Coleman's had this insane camp hype for like a month straight. And it's just like, yeah, he sucks. No,
It's because we're always biased against the guys that we think are bad prospects.
the like anti-analytics prospect guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I would consider Bill here.
no, that's so bad. That's so we only have 4 receivers, and you want to take a third running back who doesn't catch passes in full PPR and a start 3. That is bad.
We don't know he's not going to catch passes. We think he's not going to catch passes.
We know. That is not his role on the team.
All right.
I think I'm a hard no on Bill. I think Bill is an absolutely egregious pick here for this format.
Keon Coleman or Luther Burden or Michael Pittman Jr.
I'd take Coleman and play the ADP because Burden, Kirk, Mooney coming back. I think we can get Burden coming back. Like if we went Keon Burden, that'd be pretty good and we've got the 4 starting wide receivers.
Wow, we didn't get Xavier Worthy and we did get Keon Coleman, but people always think I steamroll everyone when they come on my channel. There's a lesson to be learned there, Michael.
Well,
are you happy? Are you feeling good about getting Keon Coleman?
I do feel good. I like getting Keon Coleman share. I don't think he was like a run to the podium pick, but I definitely think he is a very solid pick there.
I think that he was a perfectly fine pick. I think that
it was a cromulent
pick. I think if I'm going to create excuses for why Xavier Worthy's production was better than you think, or why young players who are drafted in the first round often get better, I think that to be truly fair, I should extend that to Keon Coleman.
That's sort of been my whole thing is he's not being treated the same as like other players that are also like young players on good offenses. But I also, oh my God, I do think too that the run out for the Bills pass catchers was 20th percentile outcome last year in terms of how spread out it was and how little the pass volume was. I don't think if it happened again, I wouldn't be shocked, but there's way more room for it to be better than it is to be worse, which, there has to be to take Keon Coleman here, of course. But I do think people are like a little pigeonholed into what the Bills did last year and just assuming their offense will be the exact same way.
Well, who is going to get the downgrade if Keon Coleman gets an upgrade?
So I think there's a chance that we have less mixing in of 4th and 5th wide receivers than we did last year. Also, guys were like in and out, including Keon Coleman, due to injury when it seemed to look better. And they traded for Amari Cooper midseason last year around the time Keon Coleman got hurt. And obviously Amari Cooper is gone. So I think there's a chance it gets a little condensed. And there's just a chance that like someone gets hurt. Shakir gets hurt, Kincaid gets hurt, and then things naturally condense in that regard in Keon's favor.
That's possible. I mean, I think one of the things I find so compelling about that is I think it's like so unlikely that James Cook comes back and scores 1 billion points again. Yeah, Dak goes.
I was thinking like Dak was probably the pick this round. I thought we had one more round.
I mean, honestly, does missing on Dak even matter?
I mean, I would have liked this stack for this format, and I think we made the bet with Pickens. So I think it matters a little bit. But I do also like McCarthy, and I like Purdy quite a bit too.
Purdy, I think, is my most drafted quarterback. I if you include like big board and all the drafts, I think Purdy. I probably have a Honda Civic, a used Honda Civic on Brock Purdy this year.
So,
but we probably want Kyler on this team, right?
Maybe I just don't see Kyler having like the big time passing upside. I mean, Kyler's fine, but
Kyler. He's that's the definition of perfectly cromulent. We definitely don't have to think of Kyler as with upside. Wait, Kyler's like 29
I guess the way I look at it now is I'm playing a little. God, Jesus, this guy took 2 quarterbacks, so the quarterback dynamic in this draft is going to be a little bit messed up. How many receivers do you think you want to end up with on this team? Like, would you take Kirk here and then Burden, or do you want to just take Burden and get it over with?
I was going to say, I mean, I feel like with the Jennings Keon pick, like we have 5. I think we should take Burden and then we should start hammering running back.
Is there a running back we want to take first, or you just want to take Burden?
It would be I don't see a running back.
No, because we don't need points out of the gate. Like if this was full 0 RB, we might be like, yeah, we gotta take JK.
If it was full 0 RB,
let's take Burden. I wouldn't mind in this format getting to 7 receivers.
No, me either.
Kirk, but
I didn't even notice this. Everyone on our left had a quarterback. So there you go. Shout out to the boys in the chat.
Yeah, well, Jaden Daniels' team just took Brock Purdy, so.
Dude, in this economy, you can't trust anyone. You
who
never
doesn't
know.
have a quarterback? 9 and 10. That's it.
We do not have a quarterback. 10 doesn't have a quarterback. 9 doesn't have a quarterback. Team 8 has 2.
I love Caleb too. I think let's just keep getting skill players, dude. We'll figure the quarterback out.
Yeah, we missed on the quarterback we wanted.
Yeah.
Right. You miss on the quarterback you want. This is actually very indicative of something that people do wrong when they do zero running back, is they start just like in round 8 taking the worst running backs you've ever seen because they're like, well, I'm done at wide receiver. It's like, okay, well, yeah, if we reached on whatever idiot quarterback here over a wide receiver we liked, it would be bad. Now, Mr. Fields wouldn't be. Fields would not be bad here.
This format's not good for him.
It's not good. It's not good for him. It's not good for like I guess Anthony Richardson. Rest in peace, brother.
Like I'm at the point now where I'm like, let's just wait. I think we could get maybe Kyler. We probably don't end up getting, but like Kyler, Caleb have an upside late. JJ McCarthy stacked. This is a team that I
was going to say McCarthy kind of makes sense here, actually. Yeah,
we can hold 2 quarterbacks all season. That's something that's grown on me. Especially if there's like if you're taking Stroud and McCarthy, those are 2 young upside bets. It's not like they're just boring, hoping to run into like TD upside with a Jared Goff type. So we're probably running back here. Kirk went. I would have lobbied for him, even though we have 6 receivers. But I think we should go running back probably.
There are a fair amount of running backs here. I don't think we're gonna agree about which running back we want. I think I know which.
The guys I'm thinking of are Tuden, Scatabo. And then I'm wondering on this Judkins stuff, if it's worth. Well, I'd be Scatabo first though, because But I have not. You can take Tuden if you really want Tuden. I just think Scatabo is better picked by ADP. Dude, you should have let us talk it out though. You should at least let us talk it out. Because
come on, dude, Scatabo.
He's like a full round earlier on ADP. Like you very easily could have gotten both.
Well, maybe we'll get both anyways, Michael.
Why? What's wrong? He's literally might be the high value touch guy from week 1. Like that's the bet. I mean,
well, he's definitely not going to be the high value.
Tuden's going to be inactive week 1.
Tuden is not going to be inactive week 1.
What odds will you give me?
I won't give you any.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
I mean,
why are you so confident Tudin's not going to be inactive week 1?
I just am, Michael.
Based on what?
What I think is that I think by week 4.
What I think is that I think.
What I think is that Bishal Tuten.
Jaden Blue is probably a better pick. Tuden, that was a slap. We went full slap, not waiting around on Tuden.
I've been so responsible eating my veggies. I took James Conner on this team. I needed to live a little.
I know, but we could have lived a little.
But I think
later.
we might. I think we might be able to get our guy. Okay. The thing that I have about Scattaboo is I cannot get over that he didn't run at the combine and then wait to run a 4.65 at his pro day, which means he really ran a 4.8. And then he got to training camp. He got the pads on for 1 day. And then they said, all right, you're out for a month because you got so beat up in one padded practice. It feels, honestly to me, and this truly is my opinion, I think that we might be wish casting on Scattaboo way more than we are on Tuten. I think Tuten is live to be less of a wish cast than Scattaboo.
Yeah, but
and they're both wish cast picks.
Tuten is higher upside. I will grant you that.
And the Giants might just be brutal on offense also.
They might be, but they also, like, Scattaboo could be, the starting running back by week 3. Like, that's not happening for Tuten. You know what I mean? Like, so you got to wait both those components. Tuten was fine. I just would have played. You talked about playing the ADP game earlier. I would have played that. But
if everyone takes a deep breath, it might work out anyway.
Might work out.
If everyone just chills out.
It's going to team 7 for sure.
Yeah. Also, I've been thinking about this so often. Like, if the Texas-Arizona State game never happened.
Do you think I'm influenced by that game, though?
No, but I think the Giants were.
Team 7. Okay, who's our backup? We should be talking about this. Did Samson Judkins went? It's been kind of a tough run. What's that wide receiver?
Actually, there is Keenan fits here.
Fuck Keenan.
How about it, brother? How about it?
All right, I think we should go scat. Let's go scat. You played that perfectly. You knew the room. You knew what room we were in.
Let's go.
You knew the room we were in.
Those people, guess what? They didn't watch Texas Arizona State. They didn't see him throwing up on the sideline because he was out drinking the night before. That's actually true, by the way.
Yo, we're just going straight quarterback chicken, right? We're committed to that. I mean, we're not gonna jump on this.
Look, Leone, that's why they call me one of the 25 best fantasy football players in the world.
I love that you said that with no shame within a minute later, you talked about completely changing your BBM strategy from 1 year to the next because you couldn't handle having another bad advance rate in the same breath that you dead ass said you were a top 25 fantasy player. And like at no point did a light bulb go off. I'm like, would one of the best players in the entire world completely change their strategy year over year to inflate their advance rate?
Well, most of the best players on earth probably don't have fragile egos like I do, Michael. I have a very fragile ego. So you're a
unicorn, like the Venn diagram.
I think even people who hate me could acknowledge I'm something of a unicorn. I'm something of a person who would be hard to categorize or define.
Man, Gretsch is going to see these Trey McBride prices and wish that he just drafted a million NFFC teams.
Oh, the NFL. I mean, so FFPC has its pros and its cons, actually, but I quite like drafting on NFFC. Like I like
You
have
know
always
what
enjoyed it.
is really fun if you've got the time, but the the contests aren't big, so it's more like isolated leagues. But the NFFC auctions, I
Oh,
feel like,
who has the time?
yeah, but they're fun though. Like you can really, if you look at their average auction values, you can kind of find the spots at receiver that give you like this super deep receiver room with like a lot of the fun guys that you like, and then like kind of end up with a roster that's just pretty loaded top to bottom. Other than that, you're not getting the elite receivers. I know that's full nerd, but
No, I just like literally like Michael. How would you find the time for that? Was
who
that is
knows
that
why we?
two
Dude,
hours out of your day?
you are the guy who has drafted over 2,000 teams, and you're asking where someone could find the time.
Well, so the issue with this, as you well know, is that my brain works in a very specific way that allows me to do like 10 to 15 fast drafts at a time on my cell phone. Can't do that with an auction because you got to be paying attention to everything or you're gonna lose. All right, we're up, by the way, in 2 picks. I think we are fully playing quarterback chicken. Kyler is still here.
I'm almost, I mean, Jaden Higgins, one more receiver bet.
Honestly, I don't hate it. I wonder, like,
oh my God.
If you know how to use voiceover.
Oh no. Oh no. Leone's getting yelled at.
Okay. A ghost turned on my computer that's sitting on the ground that hasn't been used in like 2 years. I would be Jaden Higgins. Am I crazy on Higgins?
No, I'm trying to see if there's anything at running back that we're missing.
I think we could come back. I mean,
actually, there is a running back who I would be really pissed if he went. Woody Marks. I'd be pissed.
No, Jade, you gotta take Jaden Higgins over Woody Marks, dude. Then we just close out receiver.
Okay, so our wide receivers are now Jefferson, Pickens, Waddle, Juwan Jennings, Keon Coleman, Luther Burden, and Jaden Higgins.
We've got Caleb and Stroud if the rookie breakouts happen. I mean, I would probably go Kyler next round. You want Woody? We could go Woody if he's still there first.
Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear one of my slappiest takes?
Yeah.
I think it is not out of the realm of possibility that Jalen Knoll scores more fantasy points this year than Jaden Higgins.
I know Madison Parkhill has been on that take a good bit. I don't think it's crazy either.
Film bros and stat bros were like, I don't know, they're about the same. You maybe give Knoll an edge, a slight edge for positional versatility, and then Higgins went early. But like, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, well, Higgins, yes, is a clearer starter, but his like routes and where he's going to be targeted are more duplicative with Nico. And like, why wouldn't you just throw those to Nico instead? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess the hope is that Kirk goes away. Higgins becomes the outside guy in 3 wide receiver sets while Kirk plays slot. And then also Higgins eventually becomes this second wide receiver and 2 wide receiver. And Knoll ends up more redundant on Kirk and Kirk just keeps the job. But I mean, we're like, that's really late for Higgins. Like that's really late.
No, I don't think that was a bad pick at all.
Yeah. I have a lot of Jalen Knoll in Best Ball Mania. He's one of my highest owned players.
He's such a slappy pick that the whole first verse of the Slappy Drafter song is an ode to Jalen Knoll. Didn't make the Best Ball Bros video, but Buck recorded it.
Yeah, that was so good. Oh man, there goes Woody Marks. We're down bad. Dude, Jalen Higgins was the better pick.
It should really tell you a lot about Woody Marks that I, a top 25 fantasy football player on the earth, think that he's like a god awful prospect and he's one of my most drafted guys. Because it's just like, I mean, I've said this, everyone's so sick of me saying this, probably if they watch my content, but if Woody Marks, instead of being Woody Marks, was DJ Giddens or Byshell Tootin or like even Trevor Etienne, like a guy who was slightly better that we slightly liked more as a
He'd be
prospect.
going like round 10.
He'd be like probably earlier, dude. Probably like where Bill is going.
Yeah, he had a positive preseason too, getting some in between the tackles carries, which is obviously the knock on him is that he's just like, scat back more or less.
Naheem Hines. Yeah.
Sore subject. I
Why
would
is Naheem
end.
Hines a sore subject?
I would end there's just that playoff series against Kansas City. I called Peter Jennings and yelled at him about Naheem Hines and Marlon Mack just played.
Oh my God! Yes, I had forgotten about that.
There's one running back that I really like as a upside stash, but I kind of think I might end the QB chicken here and take Kyler.
There's two running backs, Brashard Smith and Keaton Mitchell are.
Can we
Leone's
just play the Slappy song?
Leone's
Brashard Smith.
Brashard Smith made the roster, dude. Just accept it. It's happening.
The Brashard Smith Slappies wanted him to happen so bad that that Gretsch told me that Mitchell didn't make the team at first. Like everyone just sort of glossed over that.
Yeah, I think we got to just take Kyler, by the way.
It'd be dumb not to.
I think the chat might legit they might all just leave
because it's late enough that we're not precluded from.
Oh,
the Josh Allen team.
Are you kidding me,
dude? I would take Shipley over those guys that you mentioned. Keaton I like better than Brashard is a tough sell for me. What about McCarthy?
You like Shipley chasing more than the best running back in the NFL?
Huh?
Sean Siegel. Let's just take Shipley. Whatever.
No, wait, dude. We have time. I don't know.
No, Shipley was fine.
What is your rush though?
Honestly, I think actually it's just from doing all these best ball drafts and having 20 seconds. Like as soon as the pick.
Just calm down. We can talk it out. Dude, the Josh Allen team taking Kyler. Once he made it to the Allen team, I was like, all right, we got Kyler.
That's so tilting.
Okay.
So actually, this doesn't really happen. The quarterback twos
hold them.
They don't really get dropped. Yeah.
What people aren't realizing though, in this format, the odds of CJ Stroud outscoring Kyler is 44%.
I would say actually if we ran the ETR numbers right now, I wonder if Stroud would actually come out ahead.
No,
in this format.
He wouldn't. No.
How many yards do you have Stroud for, and how many yards do you have Kyler for? Don't let me look inside the black box. I mean, God forbid Leone ever published stat level preseason NFL projections for me to look at.
Dude, I mean, Stroud in this format 2 years ago had to be a top 5 scorer or something.
Do you know how tilting that is, Leone? I would give you free pub every day on my stream that some people do watch sometimes if you would publish stat level.
Stroud 4,161 yards. Kyler Murray 3,866. But I think this ceiling gap is wider between those two. Dude, I think you take whatever running back you like most. We're not taking quarterback yet. We're not doing it.
Do you publish stat level projections for seasonal?
Not for seasonal. That's for DFS. Is Fields still there though? As much as I don't like Fields for this format, I might take a gamble on Fields plus a stacked quarterback late.
Yeah.
What running back do you like though? Oh, there goes Keaton. I was gonna say Keaton. I like Keaton. Brashard Smith was the guy I was thought was the slappy.
Keaton. So we didn't get any of our guys. All right. Well, let's take Fields.
Yeah, we should probably. Part of me wants to just not do it, but there's not really a great running.
There's not a good reason not to do it.
Yeah, other than spite.
That's fine.
We're taking 2 quarterbacks for sure, though.
Yes, we are definitely taking. Look, if the Josh Allen team can take 2,
dude, I
we
might
can
take
take
3
2.
quarterbacks on this team.
All right, so the thing you were not
No, that's
understanding
probably
was
too
that I
much.
said the best running back in the NFL because Sean the other day on Ship Chasing said that Keaton Mitchell was the best running back in the NFL. Just like without a caveat, without a qualifier, he just said Keaton Mitchell was the best running back in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, Sean has vision that most of us do not have.
Sean has the vision.
He's right at a rate that you would not expect relative to how spicy the takes are.
And when he's right, he's like, the thing about Sean is, yeah, everyone's going to make fun of Sean. Tyquan Thornton sucked that year. Like, whatever. Like, when Sean is right, he's right in such a way that changes the context of fantasy football for a year. Yes, I think this is what he said. I think he said Derrick Henry is being backed up by Chris Johnson.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT.
Man,
Sean is the GOAT.
Shipley Keaton would have been fun there. That would have been fun, and we could have pushed quarterback again.
Shipley Keaton. I mean, Keaton Shipley. People are saying actually maybe
we could have done Keaton Shipley if you didn't. You could have talked me into it. Like you just like, all right, fine, Shipley's fine, and you click the button with like 48 seconds left.
Like 24.
No. Absolutely. If it was 24, then I didn't realize we were on the clock for the first 20 seconds of the conversation.
You didn't realize. You were too tilted about me bringing up Brashard Smith.
That's definitely sounds like me.
So first off, Gretch is right about Brashard Smith. Gretch's column was the first one that got me. Like, obviously I knew about Brashard Smith, but he was the one that got me. Like, basically, like, once Gretch signs off on a player, then I'm like, okay, now I can go all in. Because Gretch thinks about this stuff more deeply than I do.
Yeah. Oh, man, these people just love the quarterbacks. It's Tua, dude. It's Tua. I really wanted Stroud here. I was actually like pretty pumped about it. I thought we were going to, these people in their quarterback love, it's just out of control. Actually, that team maybe kind of needed it. One of those two teams between JJM and Stroud definitely did not need a quarterback, though.
Well, the Josh Allen team didn't need it. I'll tell you that much.
So we have stacked quarterbacks that we were unable to draft on Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels teams. I would take Tua for stacking. If the Waddle thing happens, Tua's actually a really good scorer in this format.
I mean, Tua is a good fantasy quarterback when the wheels on the bus are oiled for the Miami Dolphins. Yeah.
And it's a correlation to an important pick for us. The Brashard Smith thing, I think he legitimately almost didn't make the team and then played well and made the team. For starters, I don't think some of the Brashard Smith victory laps I'm seeing are like as if this was like a foregone conclusion he was going to make the team. I really don't think that's the case. And I also think that like them keeping Elijah Mitchell is not a great sign that he's anything other than a returner to start. And this is a team that was willing to just say, hey, Kareem Hunt does what we need him to do. And they might. So there's an upside case, certainly, but I think it's a little jump the shark.
Brashard Smith is like McCole Hardman kind of on this team. This iteration of the Chiefs.
Yeah, and what's the upside in that?
Scores 9 touchdowns in 6 weeks on 33 receptions, a la Jerick McKinnon. You can't say it's Hardman. Well, just like kind of that role. What would you like? What would you like to call that role?
No, the McKinnon role. The McKinnon role is probably the upside for sure.
I don't think he's so weirdly. I think he's probably not quite as good at the nuances of like pass blocking and route running in the red zone and stuff. Like I think that is a little bit of wish casting right now. Like I think it's a lot more likely to look like rookie year McCole Hardman.
Yeah, I think it's
God, and Brashard Smith went too.
Yeah, he wanted to pick after us, dude. Team 5 is like all up on our guys, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he knows.
Ooh,
He's
Kendra Miller is a very good pick.
Do you remember when Kendra Miller started 3 games to end? Okay, just guess this. Week 16, week 17 last year, Kendra Miller started for the Saints. Guess his total number of touches, guess his yards. I looked this up the other day. Yeah, started week 16 and 17 for the Saints last year.
31 touches, 196 yards.
21 touches. I believe it was 19 yards. It might have been 31 yards. I can't remember. I
thought you were going the other way with that.
No,
trick question.
no. They scored 0 points against Green Bay in week 16.
You want a rookie who made the team. Speaking of Kendra Miller, I mean Devin Neal made the team.
Devin Neal.
One guy that I like. I guess Manon guy went, but I'm starting to be like Kayvon. I have like no Manon guy, and I have a lot of Roshan, but I think I'm wrong on that one.
Roshan's over, brother. It's done.
Jarquez Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter's good. Quite good, actually. Do we want to think about taking a third quarterback, or is that too much?
I would have if these people didn't.
My favorite sleeper quarterback of the year is there.
No, I like an unstacked Geno is just. I don't think we can roster that.
I like Giddens. I like Hunter. I like Sean Tucker.
Yeah, you think it's worth handcuffing our own?
What about Dameon Pierce though? Maybe
I like Jarquez and Pierce.
Let's do Pierce. I mean, I think Pierce.
You want to do Jarquez first?
I mean, it feels like they're equally.
All right, do whatever you want. Jarquez or Pierce is fine by me.
I think that they're both obviously probably zeros, but there is a non-zero chance that Dameon Pierce leads the Texans week 1 in carries. Like it's probably 10%, 20%, but it could happen.
Yeah.
He's a much better pick than Jalen Wright, I'll tell you that much. I don't even have Jalen Wright in my underdog rankings right now.
We've got him pretty low. Yeah, we've got him in our NFFC rankings. We have him 293rd. I'm not as high on Ali as you are, but
you don't know about the MS Smoke Walker Award.
It's a self-contained league. I don't think there's a take a peek.
There's take a peek.
Why
would there not be take a peek?
Are they drafting silver bullets after Thursday?
There's 19 spots still open, and it's Monday, so I think so. I don't know. Let me look. Let me look in the lobby.
You should probably should make sure.
NFFC contest overview. Sport football entry 1,000 plus. Silver bullet they're doing on Wednesday. I don't know.
Well,
Josh says there is.
There is. Okay.
Yeah.
We're just gonna assume Josh is correct.
Josh would know. Josh is
Giddens. If we didn't have JT, Giddens was clearly the best pick on the board. But I don't know. I can't bring myself to do that in an overall contest, even though it is smaller field a bit.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even think about it. That was divorced from my brain. I don't know where Woody would fall in the slapsis. He's a rookie running back and he's small, so I think left wing, but his advanced metrics are bad, so then I would think right wing. I don't. It's hard for me to say which side Woody is on.
Yeah.
He's certainly. I'll tell you what though. He's certainly slappy. that much you can be sure about.
he exists on that axis somewhere.
He exists on that axis. So Hunter's still there. Tucker is still there. Trevor Etienne, another guy that I've been warming up to.
I mean, Hunter is the guy.
Hunter is the guy for sure. I agree.
You want to know the full slappy pick I like making at the end, almost regardless of if it makes sense for my team or not?
Quack.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do that.
There's just part of me that's like, I want to see it. Like I want it on my roster and just to see what happens. This is probably the worst possible format for us to do that in, but
what we need is we need Chess Liam to capitulate. And if Chess Liam capitulates, then it like will for sure happen.
There's part of my brain that's just broken with that one where I'm like, 5% of the time he might just be like really, really useful right away. All right, Jarquez. No. Jarquez.
Okay, dude. Sheesh.
Well, you have an itchy trigger finger, so I didn't want to take any chances of a miscommunication there.
What if Harold Fannin Jr. catches 80 balls and goes for 1,000 yards? What if, dude? You can't disprove that logic. What if?
I'm not saying he's gonna. I'm saying what if he does.
I'm saying what if. Yeah, I mean, look, Raheem Mostert just went. Jarquez Hunter, pretty good pick. Mike behind us for sure is definitely taking Harold Fannin Jr. just for the bit right now.
Well, it would make sense for his team a little bit more too. I mean, we've got McBride. We're kind of just rolling one tight end, and it's not tight end premium. We're deep at receiver. The Harold Fannin pick does not make sense for us, but
well, if
will that stop us?
If he hits, it's just like hitting on a wide receiver, which
he has to hit in a really big way. But what if? But what if he does? Has it worked for those people?
Has it worked for those people? No, but it might work for us.
But it might work for us.
Did drafting the backup tight end on the Browns work for you in 2025? It didn't. But next year, did you see the Joe Flacco quote today?
I know there was a positive Fannin Joe Flacco.
Well, it was positive. It was positive if you choose to view it in a positive frame of light. He said, "Oh, this guy's really good. He's got hands of glue. Can really see him breaking out in 2027."
Oh. I feel like every post I see, it's like ... before that part. They just cut it off. It's just strategically, like you got to read more of the link to see that part of the quote.
Yes. So that it was bullish from a certain point of view.
Ooh, we got our first. Is this a dynasty draft?
Dude, is this a $10 dynasty draft?
I always feel good. Let's take the Cardinals defense next and let Silva know that we got the Cardinals defense.
God, every slappy idiot knows that the Cardinals defense is good. Yeah. Everyone knows. I'm actually honestly I'm now rooting for the Arizona Cardinals defense to be bad over the first couple weeks of the season, just so all the slappy idiots who got their defenses from fantasy podcasts get owned. Someone just asked for the entire team. Here it is: Justin Fields, Jonathan Taylor, James Conner, Justin Jefferson, George Pickens, Jalen Waddle, Trey McBride, Juwan Jennings, Keon Coleman, Luther Burden, Byshell Tootin, Cam Scadaboo, Jaden Higgins, Will Shipley, Tua Tagovailoa, Damian Pierce, and Jarquez Hunter. This is our final non-kicker, non-defense. Yes, I also realized I didn't turn the subscribers only button on, so I probably cost myself like 100 new subs tonight. So shout out to me.
Mid-season form.
Mid-season form.
We're probably starting 2-0 week 1.
They play the Indianapolis Colts. Are they on the road?
I think it's in Indy.
Yeah.
They're healthy right now. I think it's the time. That's the time to play Tua.
Yes.
Are we going full sappy or are we going like defense kicker here?
Oh, come on, dude. Are you kidding?
Let's go. Let's take the Rams defense, unless there's like an actual good defense left. Can you click on defenses? What happened to your stoicism? We accept what has happened. We don't choose what happens to us. We choose how we respond to events. Okay? Click the Rams defense.
Kidding me,
That's
dude?
how we respond. We respond with a Rams defense.
Now, let me just toss one alternative to you. Silva and Reeves. Silva and Reeves told me the Seahawks are going to be the best defense in the NFL.
All right, then take the Seahawks.
Okay, they
I
have a
just know
bad.
the Rams have a good schedule out of the gate, or like
So the Seahawks have a bad week 1, but then it's nutted.
I don't
It's
care.
really good.
Take one of those two defenses. You designed this setup so that I cannot see the clock. So I don't know how much time we have left. So whatever you do, or you've done it, you've clicked them. Good.
Yeah.
Good
So
job.
the Seahawks do have a bad week 1. Well, I mean, honestly, maybe not that bad, the 49ers, but then
It's bad. It's
so
bad.
it's not great. But then they
It's
get
not.
Steelers, Saints, Cardinals. So they get at least 3 straight playable weeks.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Evan
end of the
Silva,
day,
Evan Silva told me they might be the best defense in the NFL.
the other thing is in these leagues, you've seen this with Team One. Sometimes people irrationally roster a couple of defenses and hold them. And it's not as easy to just go, oh, we'll just play like everyone says, oh, we'll just play matchups. I'm in so many of these leagues and it just does not play out that smoothly.
Also, it's just another thing you have to do every week.
Yeah,
by the way.
that's very true.
Like, let me tell you, dude. Let me tell you. First off, I'm having a child in November, right? So I'm thinking I'm probably not going to be great the month of November on waivers. I'm thinking streaming kickers probably
might be bad, but you might also find that you are just up in the middle of the night holding a baby with your phone out and literally nothing else to do than on Monday night already get your waiver set up for Wednesday.
I hope so. Yes. Yeah, Eddie, root for the worst team in the EPL right now. It's not great. Okay. What's our final slap ass pick going to be? It is. It's easy to prioritize your child over waivers when you're drafting on site credit.
That's so good. The implications of that comment are so good. Like what is not said there is so good. Gift that person a subscription.
I honestly don't even know how.
Go to running back and wide receiver. I don't
know. There's one running back left that I've had in the queue.
There's another one that I like, but I'm fine with the one you have. The one that I think Devin Neal you could take as well, but I like ETN better.
Devin Neal.
Most likely these are going to be drops. I also wouldn't mind taking a peek on Dontavian Wicks, seeing what happens with the Jaden Reed stuff.
Say less, dude. Say less.
Again, we don't need to click the button immediately. You're just like the second you hear something you like, you're like, yeah, lock it in before anyone can change their mind.
I mean, yeah, dude. You say like Leone. That is the blindest seal player in the player pool. There is no blinder seal than the guy still drafting Dontavian Wicks.
I didn't draft him last year at the ridiculous prices you were drafting him at. Now I'm drafting him at bargain basement prices.
Oh, you mean it was ridiculous of me to draft the guy who led the Packers in targets in the 10th round last year? You think that was ridiculous?
Yeah, when you got Romeo Doubs scoring more fantasy points later, good old Romeo.
No. Why did Wicks get more?
Because Dobbs lost his mind for a little bit, needed a break, and then got a concussion. That's why.
Yeah, the two slappiest players imaginable, Tootin and Wicks. You gave me the permission, and I immediately snapped the button.
Someone said no one likes I told you so, Leone. They have not seen many interactions between me and Davis.
I was going to say people love it, actually.
Look, here's another 2 defense team. Jahan Dotson. I didn't have that on my bingo card.
I've not seen Jahan Dotson picked.
Now that's a name I've not heard in a long, long time.
They traded for Mechie, bro. You gotta read on kicker, dude. Should we take the Jags? Cam Little?
Yeah, why not? How bad could it be?
Dude, how bad? Like literally, how bad could it be?
I'll tell you how good
Kickers?
it could be. 7-point field goals.
I was gonna
So-
say you do literally get extra points for field goals for long ones. I think. Honestly, I haven't checked the scoring system, but I assume that's fairly logical.
I think it's like just like any yardage thing, right? Like a 68-yard field goal, 6.8 points.
Man, we were basically one snipe away, I think, from the chat saying they liked our team.
Yeah,
If we had gotten Kyler, I think everyone would be like, "Oh, dude, great team. You guys are gonna win."
I think our quarterback room, it obviously looks bad on paper, especially in the scoring system for Fields. I think in reality, though, I mean, I like the way we played it, you know?
I mean, dude, quarterback doesn't matter. Freaking,
We can be quick to the wire to pick up some quarterbacks.
our kicker.
If Miami stays together and Waddle goes nuts, Tua's going to be a smash. If not, we just pray that Justin Fields runs.
Give me your kicker, Michael.
Oh, did we lose Cam Little?
We lost Cam Little.
But how much time do we have? Because I literally cannot see it again.
You have 29 seconds.
I have 29 seconds. Okay, I'm just going to read off Dank's kicker tiers.
Okay.
Aubrey, Dicker. Okay, so Texans, Commanders, Lions, Cardinals, Falcons.
Cardinals is there.
Cardinals it is.
Bang. Done. Did it. Over.
These drafts are pretty quick. I like that, though.
Yeah, because some of us are clicking the button, Michael. Guess what? If everyone took their entire allotment of time, it wouldn't be.
An hour 20 for a 20-rounder? Not so bad.
I'm saying.
That draft you, me, and Drew were in last night, I
fell asleep. I fell asleep and woke up to 16 text messages from Drew.
We were in Slack, and Drew's like, I'm up to 12 unread messages sent to David.
Look, man.
Dude, Drew in this home league, that means like nothing, was taking the entire clock, hoping you would respond to him. It was a 90-second clock.
Well, first off,
he was picking with like 2 seconds left.
First off, Drew and I have an absolute monster in this league. And I think the only reason Drew keeps me around in this league is I have absolutely nutted out on every keeper we've ever had. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown for free.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce for free back. So I think that is why Drew allows me to stay on the team. Yes. Top 25 drafter speed, they're saying about this team.
Yeah. Should we recap the team?
Yes. Honestly, I think we did great. I think we started Justin Jefferson over Saquon. I think looking at the options available to us in the second round, I think that was right. I think Trey McBride was definitely the right pick. What do you think about this pick after getting through the rest of the draft? Pickens over Henderson?
I think we made the right pick for this draft. It's not as exciting, but we needed the wide receiver upside there. As you can see, the receivers went a lot, and then that let Connor fall to 6, which was just a good value. I think it's the right play for this league. I know it's boring, but I think it was the right play. The Ladd versus JT was close for a bit, but I think it worked out pretty well. And we took 2 rookie upside shots on Burden and Higgins that hopefully, replace Keon or whoever. I guess Jennings is our 4th. Jennings value too. That was the end of its year. I do like the draft quite a bit.
Yeah. The
Kyler snipe hurt versus Shipley. And then we didn't get Keaton coming back either. That was frustrating. And then Stroud and McCarthy going. This is what happens when teams with elite quarterbacks are doubling down on QB. So I don't think it killed our QB room, but it was definitely frustrating. I would have liked if we came out of here with Kyler and Stroud, I would be stoked. But
frankly,
it
literally doesn't matter at all. The chat is just going to be annoying about it. It doesn't matter one iota. Like you guys are just annoying. There's just no way you can be that confident that Kyler Murray is that much better than Tua or Fields. These guys are all going to be between 16 and 22 points in their normal distribution. Shut up. Just stop. It doesn't matter. Okay, full team recap. Justin Fields, Jonathan Taylor, James Conner, Justin Jefferson, George Pickens, Jalen Waddle, Trey McBride, Juwan Jennings, the Arizona Cardinals defense, the Seahawks kicking, Keon Coleman, Luther Burden, Byshell Tootin, Cam Scattaboo, Jaden Higgins, Will Shipley, Tua, Damian Pierce, Jarquez Hunter, and Dontavian Wicks. It's honestly a good team. We just need to run into one wide receiver, probably.
Yeah, and if any quarterback, like I don't think Penix got drafted. If someone flashes early, we do want to be quick to pick them up. But like Davis said, I do think, honestly, the difference between what Bo Nix is going to score versus what the combo of Fields and Tua is going to score, I don't think is that wide. And we were able to just stack better skill player bets here.
Yeah, I mean, we have both our anchors at both skill positions, and then honestly, we're probably gonna be able to play like the matchups projections game with Jennings, Coleman, Burden, or maybe we won't have to do that at all because Scattaboo or Tootin are just weekly top 25 running backs that are projecting well.
Yeah, I mean, our four receivers out of the gate are pretty clearly Jefferson, Pickens, Waddle, Jennings to start. And then we've got a year two guy and two rookies. And you're just hoping over the course of the season that one or two of those guys breaks out. And then that'll cover if one of the earlier guys busts or anything like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, yeah. This is, I feel like for this streaming audience, they're going to give you a tough time for Pickens over Henderson. But
they just, they can't be, they can't be helped, dude. Well, this guy's actually being funny because some guy today, someone asked me like what do I do to take care of my hair, and I told him, and then some guy's like, "Wow, dude, you shampoo and condition, man card revoked," but he was being dead serious about it.
That's funny.
All right, Leone, you got anything specific you would like to promote? You doing it? Are you going to be doing any more of the solo podcasts in the year, or is that over now?
Yeah, no, I was actually like kind of designed to be in season, and then I started a little early. So I'm going to record a solo podcast on Establish the Edge tomorrow, talking about kind of the play it before you see it angles for week one and just macro, the strengths and flaws in that sort of approach. And yeah, all the DFS stuff that I'm a part of is over on Establish the Run.
All right, folks. Establish the Run. Establish the Edge. You make your own thumbnails over there on the Establish the Edge YouTube channel?
No.
Doesn't have to. So, folks, it's hard to be a top 25 fantasy drafter, one of the fastest drafters on earth, your own thumbnail artist, your own producer, your own audio guy. But someone has to do it because we all love you. Yeah, make sure you like the video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. There's actually a giveaway going on right now. If you guys go watch the Battle Royale strategy video that I just posted today, if you comment on that, just any comment, you're going to be in a giveaway to get Pete, John, and Nez's DFS masterclass. I'll probably do, I guess I'll do the drawing on Thursday of all the comments on there. So I would encourage you guys to go do that, and I will see you guys all back.